The Chagos Archipelago south of the Maldives Archipelago. This chain of islands is the southernmost archipelago of the Chagos-Laccadive Ridge, a long submarine mountain range in the Indian Ocean. The Chagos was home to the Chagossians, a Bourbonnais Creole-speaking people, for more than a century and a half until the United Kingdom evicted them between 1967 and 1973 to allow the United States to build a military base on Diego Garcia, the largest of the Chagos Islands. Since 1971, only the atoll of Diego Garcia is inhabited, and only by military and civilian contracted personnel. Since being expelled, Chagossian natives have been prevented from returning to the islands. The sovereignty of the Chagos Archipelago is disputed between the United Kingdom and Mauritius. In 1965, 3 years before Mauritius gained independence, the United Kingdom excised the archipelago from Mauritius and the islands of Aldabra, Farquhar, and Desroches from the Seychelles to form the British Indian Ocean Territory. The islands were formally established as an overseas territory of the United Kingdom on 8 November 1965. On 23 June 1976, Aldabra, Farquhar and Desroches were returned to the Seychelles. On the 22nd of June 2017, the UN General Assembly asked the International Court of Justice to give an advisory opinion on the separation of the Chagos Archipelago from Mauritius. On the 25th of February 2019, the International Court of Justice ruled that the United Kingdom is under an obligation to bring to an end its administration of the Chagos Archipelago as rapidly as possible. On the 22nd of May 2019, the United Nations General Assembly debated and adopted a resolution that affirmed that the Chagos Archipelago forms an integral part of the territory of Mauritius. The resolution demanded that the UK withdraw its colonial administration unconditionally within a period of no more than 6 months. 116 states voted in favor of the resolution. 55 abstained and only 5 countries supported the UK. During the debate, the Mauritian Prime Minister, Sir Anirudh Jugnauth, described the expulsion of Chagossians as akin to a crime against humanity. The resolution's immediate consequence is that the UN and other international organizations are now bound by UN law to support the decolonization of the Chagos Islands. The United Kingdom claims that it has no doubt about its sovereignty over the archipelago. The Maldives were one of the countries which supported the UK in the General Assembly vote. It stated that, if the Chagos Archipelago became inhabited, the Maldives' claim to an extension of its exclusive economic zone would be affected. The International Court of Justice has stated that Britain is legally obliged to hand back the Chagos Islands, including Diego Garcia, to Mauritius as rapidly as possible. This follows its landmark ruling that the UK's occupation of the Chagos Islands was unlawful. The archipelago is about 500 kilometers northeast of Rodrigues Island, 2,700 kilometers north of Amsterdam Island. The land area of the islands is 56.13 square kilometers. The Chagos group is a combination of different coralline rock structures topping a submarine ridge, running southwards across the center of the Indian Ocean, formed by volcanoes above the Reunion hotspot. Unlike the Maldives, there is no clearly discernible pattern in the atoll arrangement, which makes the whole archipelago look somewhat chaotic. Most of the coralline structures of the Chagos are submerged reefs. The Chagos contain the world's largest coral atoll, the Great Chagos Bank, which supports half the total area of good quality reefs in the Indian Ocean. As a result, the ecosystems of the Chagos have so far proven resilient to climate change and environmental disruptions. The largest individual islands are Diego Garcia, East and Egmont, in addition to the 7 atolls with dry land reaching at least the high water mark. There are 9 reefs and banks, most of which can be considered permanently submerged atoll structures. The number of atolls in the Chagos Archipelago is given as 4 or 5 in most sources, plus 2 island groups and 2 single islands, mainly because it is not recognized that the Great Chagos Bank is a huge atoll structure, and because Blenheim Reef, which has islets or cays above or just reaching the high water mark, is not included. Features are listed in the table from north to south. The main natural resources of the area are coconuts and fish. The licensing of commercial fishing used to provide an annual income of about $2 million for the British Indian Ocean Territory authorities. However, licenses have not been given since October 2010. The last expired after the creation of the No-Take Marine Reserve. All economic activity is concentrated on the largest island of Diego Garcia, where joint UK-US military facilities are located. Construction projects and various services needed to support the military installations are done by military and contract employees from the UK. Mao